Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Karen Burnett for those who don't know me. And welcome to my channel. My channel is all about entertainment, enrichment, and encouragement. So I welcome you. If you seek any of those three, you are going to get it here. So for those who are new, you can subscribe to my channel or hit the notification button so that whenever I upload a video, you'll be able to watch and enjoy, get enriched, entertained, and encouraged. So today's topic that I'm going to address is about how to overcome challenging problems. How to overcome challenging problems. That is such a huge topic. And I know I could go on and on and on discussing ways of overcoming challenging situations. But I'm just going to narrow it down to 4 steps. Why 4 steps and not 5 or 6 or 7? I just felt like majority of this is something that can be put together in one category or another. So that's why I narrowed down to 4 steps. And as I talk about them, you will see why it is 4 and not so many or so long a list. I could have shortened it to 3, but I just couldn't. So without further ado, I'm going to go to step number 1, how to overcome challenging situations. The first step is identifying what the problem is. You will not be able to overcome a problem if you have a problem with identifying whatever problem you're going through. You got to get to a point where you narrow down to whatever thing is bothering you, what is disturbing you. If it is a problem at home, what exactly it is? What exactly is it? There might be so many things that might be going wrong at home, but what exactly is making you have that kind of attitude? If it's something pertaining to work, what is making your morale go down? Is it that one employee that you share the office with that is always on your business? Is it the working conditions? What is it? You got to narrow down your problem. You got to be able to specify and write it down. For me, actually, it really helps me when I put down in writing what I'm going through or what I term as my problem currently. I like to write it down in small, simple sentences instead of paragraphs, because I feel like paragraphs is so much information. I like to narrow down and say specific things like, I'm working on getting more punctual. That is my problem currently. Or, I don't like my job. I need favorable working conditions. Or, I need more business ideas. Something as simple as that. And why is this helpful? This is helpful because if you are seeking help, even from a friend, through encouragement or prayer, if you ask a friend to pray for you, or if you are seeking directly for help from somebody, if they ask you what your problem is, you will be able to specify what the problem is instead of beating around the bush or giving them a lot of statements that, do not add up or make sense. The second step in this overcoming challenging problems is accepting the problem. So this is a step that is very, very important. Psychology talks about the 5 grief stages. I'm not going to dwell on all 5. I'm going to dwell on the first and the last. The first one is denial, and the last one is acceptance. And those 2 are very important things. Those 2 are very important steps. And I'm talking about those 2 because they're the ones that are pertained to the topic that I'm addressing today. If you deny that you do not have a problem, then there is no way you're going to be able to solve that problem. Actually, there is no way you're going to accept it if you deny it. You got to accept that you have a problem in one way or another, or this is what is going on. If it's somebody that has like a weight problem and you're trying to lose weight, majority of us are in that category, including myself. You got to identify and say that I have a weight problem. Okay, what is your weight problem? Do you have a problem controlling your appetite? Do you have discipline when it comes to exercise or eating a healthy diet? What is your problem? So if you accept that, yes, it is a problem. It is a problem because I used to be a size 12 and now I'm a size 14 or 16. It is a problem because I don't smile a lot like I did before and I need help. So you just got to identify, then accept the problem as it is. And then the third step is where you seek for help. For me as a Christian, the best thing that I would advise for anybody who is also a Christian like me is to go and seek God for help. This is the time that you go in prayer and tell God whatever problem it is, whatever problem that you are facing. You got to get to the point where you have to be able to address God and be specific. In the Bible, there are very many passages where Jesus, when he was on earth, would go to a person that needed healing and he would ask them specifically, what do you want? Jesus already knew whatever they wanted. He knew that they needed healing, but he still had to ask them. Why? Because you got to speak out. You got to identify that problem. You have to accept it, that is a problem, to be able to speak out. If you don't have acceptance, if you don't have identification, you can't be able to speak out your problem and you can't be able to get help. Now, dwelling on asking God for help, there's so many things that surround this. God uses people to help you solve problems. And that is why when you ask God for help for a new job, he will not just open doors just like that. He might give you some connections, or he might give you favor from a person at the interview. God is going to open doors for you through human beings. He uses human help to be able to work here on earth. But before you seek that human help, the first person you're going to run to for help is God. Let God be the first person you tell your challenges. Because when you tell people, sometimes they will not pray for you. They are going to discuss you. They might not even pay attention to what is happening to you because that is not their problem. They are not carrying that weight like it is for them because that's not their problem. So because it is your problem, and you know the man that is above all other names, the name that is above all other names, the King of Kings, go to him, ask him for help. If you need discipline in eating right, go and ask him, God, I have a problem, and this is my problem. I have a problem of controlling my eating. My eating habits are so messed up. God, I don't even have time to exercise. Yes, maybe I do have time, but I'm not managing my time properly, or I don't have the right discipline to keep up with my exercise. God is faithful and he's able. And that's when actually you ask God, please help me or lead me to people that I can share my problem with, people that can identify with me, or people that are going to carry that problem with a lot of weight. That's where you have accountability partners or prayer partners. But the first person you talk to, let it be God. Don't be CNN addressing your problem to everybody. You know, people don't need to know everything about your business. Yes, there are things that you need to tell people, but before you tell people, let God be the first person that you talk to. The last step is overcoming the problem itself. Like I said, once you have sought for help from God and through people, then the work is on you too. You can't ask for a job and then not show up for the job when you have already been offered. You gotta go to work. Yes, you might not like it that you have to travel far, but you ask for work and there is work. If you are going back to, let's say back to the weight problem, you identify that you have a weight problem and you've accepted it and you have sought help from God. You even have some accountability partners. Those people are not going to exercise for you. Those people are not going to eat right for you. You got to work for yourself. You ask God to give you the discipline. You have to trust him and start actually doing it. You got to go to the store and get the right kind of foods. Nobody's gonna do that for you. You got to spare some time in the 24-hour day period to do some exercise. You got to do something. The ball is on your side. You've done everything else. Now we are in solving the solution. And let me tell you something about this too. There is nothing that is permanent. I'm speaking this out of experience and also as a point of encouragement to anybody that might be going through a hard time. Today, the problem seems like a mountain to you. But a few years to come, you will look back and laugh. I've had episodes, numerous episodes, where I had to look back and laugh because I could not believe that my mind or my sanity was tested to the point of almost giving up by a situation that looks very minute at the current moment. But by then, it sounded or it looked like a big mountain. I'm encouraging anybody, my brothers and sisters who might be watching my channel this day. Don't be discouraged because right now you do not have a job. Don't be discouraged because you don't have anybody to love you right now. Don't be discouraged because there's a problem that seems bigger than your capability right now. If you keep following those things that I said, and this is not like a formula like it's gonna work, but those are steps that I have seen and proven as a testimony that they work. If you identify what your problem is and accept it and seek help and start working on it, trust me, one day, a few years, a few months down the lane, you're gonna be looking back and laughing. Every situation is worth a laughter. I'm telling you, there are things that are mountains right now, but a few months later, they are going to be leveled. You're not going to stay in the same situation because that's not how the world is. Nothing is permanent. Only God and His Word are permanent. Everything else, and I mean everything, absolutely will come to an end. So don't be so much bothered right now that you're at a point of giving up and anything that you're thinking about right now is just getting a gun and shooting yourself or overdosing or jumping off the bridge or crossing on the road, jumping out of the moving vehicle. Don't be discouraged to that point. Seek help. Yes, seek help. But you got to be able to know what help you need so that when you seek help, you can get the right kind of help. Keep on keeping what you're doing and don't stop because one day all this is going to be leveled. All this will come to an end. That's all I had for you today. I'm glad you tuned on. I'm glad you tuned in for this episode. And I hope that as you get notifications for the next videos, you're going to tune in and you're going to be enriched, encouraged, and entertained. Invite your friends to watch. Leave a comment below. I would like to know what you think about the topic or what questions you have or what topics you would want me to address. I have a lineup of topics, but I would also want to hear from my viewers what kind of topics they would want us to address. That's all I have for you today. Thank you. God bless you and see you next time. Bye.